Well, hey there. Hello, mornings. Welcome to day 11 of the Peaceful Productivity series. My name is Kat Lee, and today's tip is to eat an elephant. Eat an elephant. Have you ever heard the phrase to eat an elephant? You just do it one bite at a time. It's a disgusting phrase. I don't know why we use it or where it came from, but the idea is still true. When we have an overwhelming task in front of us, instead of just, pulling ourselves up by the bootstraps and trying to get it done, we want to break it down into sections and then bite sized pieces. So if I think I'm going to get all of my photos organized, y'all, I have like 50,000 photos in my iPhotos app on my computer. It's a little crazy. And if I just try to open it up and start organizing it, that is paralyzing because I feel like I'm never going to get anything done. So instead, what I've done is I've broken it down into little phases and little pieces and little actions so that I feel like when I'm just sitting at the doctor's office, I can get something done. When I'm waiting for a prescription at the grocery store, I can get something done. When I'm waiting in the car for one of my kids, I can get something done. We may have a giant task in front of us, but if we break it down into its natural phases and then break it down into smaller sections and then break it down so small that we can't ignore it, it's so much easier to get the big things done. So, for example, with the photos project, I've organized my photos by year. Then I've gone through and I've organized them by month. Then I'm just scrolling through each month saying, oh, this is an event. So I'll make a folder for that event and put those photos in there. And then as I have time, I'll get rid of duplicates. But I just go through it bit by bit, day by day, in little tiny increments. And as I'm working on that big project, I've just made it a regular, nearly daily habit to check my photos. Did I take a screenshot that I need to delete? Do I have photos that my son took 15 of that I probably can delete 14 of? What can I do to just take one small step? How can I break this project into tiny little sections? And I don't want you to feel like a section is small enough because it should be small enough. If you're trying to organize your closet and you feel like I should be able to get this done in a day, but your life is busy, or your brain just doesn't naturally orient itself towards organizing things and it feels overwhelming, don't be afraid to break it down into the size that you can do, that feels easy for you, that feels manageable for you, because we are all different. We all thrive in different ways. So feel okay with breaking it down into its natural sections and then breaking it down even further into tasks that feel doable for you. What project are you going to do that for today? It's my encouragement to you. I'd love to hear in the comments, is there a big project that's felt overwhelming? How are you going to break it down? And what's the first task you're going to start on? One more tip is if you break that down into tasks and it feels overwhelming, like a really long list, you could make index cards with all of the tasks. And then you could only look at the one on the top at a time, and do one at a time. So you can organize it however works for you, visually, however works for you, so that you can have peaceful productivity.